our world and beyond. Space, in partnership with the European Space Agency.
The Air Show of Berlin, also known as ILA, is a meeting place for experts and amateurs passionate about aviation and space. The exhibition, the oldest of its kind, takes place every 2 years. This year it celebrates its 100th anniversary. As aircraft of all kinds flew overhead, we went to Pavilion number 9 and the Space Under One Roof exhibit. Various initiatives and projects for the future of space were displayed in a huge area. At the pavilion entrance, we met our guide.
Hello, my name is Frank de Winne. I'm an astronaut from the European Space Agency, and I was the first European commander on board of the International Space Station. Today we are here at ILA. In my previous career, I was a fighter pilot, so aircraft is of course something that I really like. But today I'm here to talk to you about space. Come along and follow me into the Space Pavilion.
I hope that we can go to the Mars.
I want to know what the new technique is and what we can do, what will be the future with this kind of technique.
I expect that we learn more about ecosystems on our Earth.
To achieve those objectives in the most efficient way, the key is to have a variety of launches that fulfil the requirements of each mission.
Europe has its own spaceport in Kourou. And of course we have our workhorse, which is the Ariane 5. We will also have shortly Soyuz from Kourou. It's a Soyuz rocket launcher, a Russian launcher. And we are currently developing the new lighter launcher, which is the Vega. So with this family of launchers, Europe basically will have the capability to launch any payload, heavy or small, into space. Here we are in the Earth observation part of the pavilion. Recently, ESA has launched 3 Earth observation satellites, namely Cryosat, SMOS and Goche. And in the future we will also launch 2 more Sentinel spacecraft.
The Sentinels will help us to better understand climate change, manage oil spills, and will warn us of catastrophic events. They're being developed under the GMS program, a joint initiative of the European Commission and European Space Agency. And they're to record images of the Earth, oceans, and even monitor the atmosphere.
We are going into a new scientific period, and we are showing here our plans for the future scientific satellites, which address the salinity of the oceans, the moisture and the hydrology on the land, the trace gases in the atmosphere such as ozone, CO2, and of course also life in our oceans. These are all subjects for investigations for our future satellites that are to come over the next 10 to 20 years.
In this new period, scientists won't look just to future craft. They'll use the maximum quantity of data from all Earth observation satellites, old and new. In the future, robots will function as human avatars in space, as well as rover explorers, as they have done so far.
This is the planet Mars. As you can see, you have a lot of rovers here exploring Mars. Europe has a big program which is called ExoMars. We will try to look for life or traces of life, and later on in the far future we will do a mass sample return mission. We will try to take some soil of Mars and bring it back to Earth so we can start examining in here. All this in preparation of a future human mission to Mars. Let's now go to a sector which is very important for our industry and for competitiveness, and something that you're also using every single day when you make a phone call, for example. We are here at the telecommunications segment. You see here behind me some satellites. There is AlphaSat, small GEO, and these satellites are made together with industry, and they will help them to be more competitive and also provide better services to you.
Just a few metres away, the professionals of the space sector showed off their projects and did business. Among them was Barry Smutney. He's worked more than 20 years in the space sector and is now CEO of one of the main contractors of the Galileo system, the European GPS.
I think in this year the most exciting trend and venture are the new geo-satellites, which will lead to the European data relay system. The European data relay system will enable us to have more real-time data and be in the forefront, maybe 5 to 10 years ahead of the United States. With the laser communication terminals and with other applications, we will have in weather monitoring, in volcanic ash monitoring, a clear advantage also for our citizens, because we're going to have a much better real-time warning about the volcanic ashes and other stuff.
Thanks to the data relay system, Europe will be able to receive information immediately from satellites, even when they're on the other side of the world. Data's sent from one satellite to another via laser communications. Peter Schlotter is CEO of the company leading this new laser link technology sector.
Trend in satellite communication is that people require more and more bandwidth. What does this mean? People today at home want to have live broadcasting of events like the World Championship, and they want to have their local TV everywhere available. So what we are going to do is to supply equipment for bigger satellites and, with our new laser communication, high bandwidth communication.
But the benefits don't end there. The professionals emphasise that even during the current crisis, space is a key sector. It sparks the development of new technology, scientific advances and high-quality jobs.
Satellites are a good investment because they have to work for 15 years and satellites have to be flawless working. It's a good investment in the future in terms of long-standing jobs.
Hello, Justin. Good morning. Good afternoon. And now let's go to a place that I know very well, the International Space Station. It has been my home for 6 months. You see here the mock-up of the International Space Station. It's a world-class facility where we can do a lot of science. But the future is here. As you can see, we still have the ATV vehicle which serves as cargo vehicle, cargo supply for the International Space Station. But we also need return capability. And maybe one day this return capability will also be used to transport crew to the International Space Station.
They're all projects that will head into space to return with a better future for mankind.
Well, this was the end of the tour. I hope you're convinced that space is important for the Earth, but also for you. See you next time. Bye.